Hi, and welcome to the second session of the PhotoWorks program brought to you by the fine folks at the Port of Long Beach and the Long Beach Arts Council. As you can tell by the ridiculous way that I'm geared up, I will be your guide on the wonderful world of photography equipment. My name is Matt Fukushima, and I've been a professional photographer for over 25 years and have been very lucky to be one of the Port of Long Beach's contract photographers. It's truly a gift, and I try to keep in mind how fortunate I am. Besides getting to see some of the coolest stuff out there, you get to work with the nicest and most talented group of individuals. Seriously, no joke. They also asked me to give you a little background information about myself. So now, a short chapter in the life of a photographer. As I mentioned previously, I've been shooting for over 25 years. My first actual gigs were political campaign photo shoots and saltwater aquariums. There was a time where I could drive down the street during a campaign election cycle and see the political signs on the street corners and say, yep, I photographed them and them and them and them. I photographed most of them. And then, like most photographers, I started shooting weddings. Lots and lots and lots of weddings. I know that most photographers don't want to shoot weddings, but there are many valuable skills you can develop by shooting weddings if you can handle the stress. After that, I delved into the world of commercial photography, doing corporate shoots, headshots, and the occasional product shoot. My photo journey continued, and I started doing architecture, lifestyle, food, industrial, and advertising. My favorite subject to shoot is architecture. Besides the Port of Long Beach, I photographed for companies like Knott's Berry Farm, Memorial Care, Bosch Kitchen Appliances, Sequoia National Park, that was fun, John Wayne Airport, Discovery Cube Science Center, and Soak City Water Parks. My personal life is pretty standard. I'm your average Asian ski bum who is beagle-loving, a rabid Dodger fan, believes in tacos for life, belongs to the Facebook group I Hate Cilantro, and who tricked a beautiful 4-foot, 10-inch woman into marrying him. It's the age-old American photographer story. I'm sure you've all heard it before. So there are several types of cameras, from old-school film cameras to phone cameras to point-and-shoot cameras, action cameras like GoPros, and of course DSLRs and mirrorless. But let's push the old-school cameras away, as I'm sure you're familiar with them, and concentrate on the DSLR and the mirrorless, which most serious amateurs and professionals use. Okay, so both are digital cameras. Both have the ability to put different lenses on. Both have similar buttons, and they even look similar. So what's the difference? Well, one has a mirror, that's the DSLR, and one doesn't, that's the mirrorless. Okay, you say, so what does that mean to me? Well, one has an optical viewfinder, the DSLR, and the mirror is how you see what the camera sees. The body without a mirror, the mirrorless, has an electronic viewfinder, and via some sort of techno-magic, that enables you to see what the camera sees. An optical viewfinder is just like looking at the world normally, as you would with your eyes. Whatever the lens sees, that's what you will see. If you're looking at a bright and sunny landscape, that's what you see, a bright and sunny landscape. If, on the other hand, you are looking at a dark bat cave, that is what you will see. So an electric viewfinder is more like looking at an HD TV screen. It's very clear, but not the same as looking at a scene with your eyes in real life. It behaves kind of like a computer display monitor. If you brighten it, it'll get brighter. If you darken it, it will get darker. If you change the color, it will change the color. So here is one of the big benefits of an electronic viewfinder. It will display whatever your camera exposure settings are set at. If your camera exposure is overexposed, the viewfinder will be bright. If your settings are underexposed, the viewfinder will be dark. This makes it very easy to adjust your exposure on the fly in order to get a proper exposure. With an optical viewfinder, your camera exposure setting could be off, but you would not be able to tell looking through the viewfinder. You would not realize your exposure is off until you push the play button and view the back of the camera LCD. So in my mind, that's the big plus for mirrorless bodies, the electronic viewfinder. The other pluses for mirrorless are, they are the newest tech. They can shoot dead silent. They can shoot very fast motor drive. They are smaller, lighter. They handle dark scenes better, i.e. less digital noise. They're generally thought to handle video better. The negatives for mirrorless are, the electronic viewfinder looks weird to me. The battery life for video, not as good as a DSLR. Lens line is not compatible without use of an adapter. And ergonomically, it's not my thing. So most of those negatives are just things that Matt doesn't like. The pluses for a DSLR are that it's comfortable. It's like a well-worn slipper. In general, they will be cheaper than a mirrorless. They are compatible with the legacy line of lenses. They are rock solid and you can't go wrong with getting one. Batteries and media will be cheaper. The negatives for the DSLR, they're an older tech. Everything from here on out is going to be focused on mirrorless. Crop sensor bodies are like this camera here, the 7D. They're exactly the same as the other two. They just have a crop sensor. So I've been asked several times to explain the difference between a full frame camera and a crop sensor camera. And I usually get a blank stare back. I've given this a lot of thought, and I mean a lot of thought, and maybe my explanation in visual slides will clarify the distinctions for you. At the simplest and most basic level, it is multiplying your lens focal length by 1.5 times. If you're shooting on a crop sensor camera body, that is all you have to remember. There are technical explanations about the different sensor sizes, the various sensor types, and how sensor size affects the focal length of the lens you're using. But the bottom line is this: you don't care. Just multiply your lens focal length by 1.5 times if you're using a crop sensor body. If you understand what I just said and understand various focal lengths, then you are good to go. If you're not quite clear on it, let's see if these visual slides will help illustrate my point. Here I am with my whole head and two eyes. Let's call this version of me full frame matte. Now with my two eyes, I can see almost 180-degree field of view. Now here I am with just one eye. Let's call this version of me crop sensor matte. Now just looking ahead, obviously I can't see as much as I could when I had two eyes to view the scene. This is akin to the effect you will have with a wide-angle lens when you shoot on a full-frame sensor camera body and a crop sensor camera body. So this slide will show the difference in the field of view. What is happening, in effect, is the crop sensor camera is multiplying your lens by 1.5 times and making your wide-angle lens a little less wide. Now, in this next slide, you again see full-frame matte with two eyes and the field of view with a 200mm lens on a full-frame camera. So we'll look at that slide. Now, on this slide, you see what we will again call crop sensor matte, but this time you're seeing me with binoculars. And the binoculars are just to give you a visual clue that, again, we're multiplying the focal length or magnifying the view. And also a slide of what the 200mm lens looks like on a crop sensor body. So you can see the difference between full frame and a crop sensor body. But in both of these examples, we're multiplying the lens length by 1.5 times. In the first example, we're making a wide-angle lens less wide. In the second example, we're making a telephoto lens more telephoto. I hope that makes it clear, or at least a little clearer. Okay, on to lenses. Have I got lenses? I actually have 16 lenses and still have others on my wish list. I call them my Sweet 16. So a question I get a lot is, do you need that many lenses? The answer is no. No, 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 no. I know a guy who is an excellent photographer, and he does the job with just 2 lenses. Just 2. So it all depends on the photographer and how he prefers to work. The follow-up question I get after that one is, do you use all those lenses? The answer is, well, not on every job, but yes, I do use them all, but then again, I'm a bit of a nut. My reasoning goes like this. They all do different things, and they all have different focal lengths, and therefore allow me to capture images in the fashion that I want. Some I use for food, some I use for architecture, and others I use for events. Here now is a visual representation of the field of view of several of my lenses, from 8mm fisheye to 400mm telephoto, so you can view it over here. So as you can see, the 8mm is the fisheye lens, and then the wide angles up to the telephoto lenses. The smaller the number, the wider the lens. The bigger the number, the more telephoto the lens. So there you have it. It gives me a lot of options when I head out to shoot. In any case, lenses come in 3 basic categories: prime, also known as fixed lenses, zoom lenses, and specialty lenses. Zoom lenses have adjustable focal lengths. So for example, a 24-105 zoom lens can take pictures from 24mm or 105mm or anywhere in between. They usually have a ring on the lens that allows you to zoom. And so they zoom out and then they zoom back in. So it works like that. On some zooms, they have a push-pull motion on the lens like my 100 to 400. So it's kind of like a trombone. It goes in and out. I really don't like this, but that's the way some lenses come. Zooms are very cool because they are very adaptable, and so a lot of people prefer zooms. Pros prefer them for the same reason. For example, you're shooting a one-person portrait at an event, and then a group of others come up and join the party. Well, you either need to back up, but if you have a zoom lens, you just take your zoom lens and you just zoom out or zoom in to capture the whole group, and then bam, you got the job done and you can move on. Prime lenses are a fixed focal length, and that's why they are sometimes referred to as fixed lenses. I have no idea why they are also referred to as primes, because they aren't prime numbers, but go figure. So whatever the focal length that the lens is, that's what it is. There's no adjusting it by zooming the lens. Although it does have an old school ability to zoom, and that's called your feet. Just walk closer to your subject. It doesn't have exactly the same visual effect as zooming in, but you can almost always get closer to your subject. Prime lenses are generally cheaper, they're smaller, they're lighter, they're sharper, and they're faster than zoom lenses. If you were to come to me and ask for a recommendation, I would recommend your first lens to be a medium-range zoom lens for general-purpose photography. If, however, you knew you were going to pursue photography at a higher level, I would then recommend your first lens purchase to be a prime. Because it doesn't do it all, it will make you work harder to obtain the image you want, and therefore it'll make you a better photographer. Kind of like being made to eat your spinach. Specialty lenses, on the other hand, are specialty. So you have lenses like the fisheye, which is over here, and then you have tilt shifts, which are over here with little knobs on the bottom, and then you have macro lenses, which I actually don't have because I loaned it to a photographer friend of mine. When you're just starting out, you don't need any specialty lenses unless you want to concentrate on what these lenses do best. I'm sure you all know what a fisheye image looks like, and you know what a close-up picture looks like. Tilt shifts, however, are a little bit different. They're akin to old-school 4x5 view cameras and are a type of lens that allows you to straighten up vertical lines for architecture or control your depth of field for food and product shoots. So if I can grab one here, you unlock it, and you can twist it, and I don't know if you can see that, but it will actually split. And this allows you to control your plane of focus, essentially. So I use that. You can see here I photographed the Rainbow Harbor Lighthouse, and I photographed it with a fixed lens, and then I photographed it with a tilt shift, and you could see the comparison of how the verticals are straighter. And then you can take a look at a food shot of sushi, and you could see that the background's thrown way out of focus, and I did that by shifting the lens and just making a very thin depth of field. So that's what those lenses are used for. And on to lens speed. When photographers refer to lens speed, or how fast or slow a lens is, they are referring to its maximum f-stop. What that means in English is, what is the maximum aperture for that lens, the hole that lets light into the camera? The bigger the hole, the faster the lens. The smaller the hole, the slower the lens. Why is a big hole called faster and a small hole called slower? Not really sure, but the bottom line is this: you don't care. Here's what you need to know. The faster lens is better. It'll allow you to shoot in more low light environments, allow you to blur your background better. So how do you determine your lens maximum aperture? If you look at this slide, it's a close-up of one of my lenses. Look at the front of your lens barrel at the imprinted numbers. It will say something like 1:2.8. That f2.8 is your max aperture. Whatever the number that follows the colon is your max aperture. How do you know what is considered fast, and how do you know what is considered slow? Anything 1.8 or wider is considered fast. Anything 5.6 f8 or smaller is considered slow. A faster lens will be more expensive, a lot more expensive. On now to image stabilization, or IS. Image stabilization is something you want in your lens if you can afford it. Not all lenses come with IS, but many do nowadays. What it is some sort of little gizmo or gyro stabilizer that actually makes it possible to hand hold the lens at a much slower shutter speed than you can with a non-IS lens. The basic rule of thumb for hand holding a lens without having a blurry picture from your hand shaking is 1 over the lens focal length. So for example, if you were using a 300 millimeter telephoto lens, just like this one, the slowest you can hand hold it would be 1/300th of a second. Now that may be fine for an outside shot on a sunny day, but if you were shooting inside or on a darker day, you would have to slow down the shutter speed, which would necessitate a tripod. But with an IS lens, it gives you an extra 2 to 5 stops of stabilization, which means you could hand hold the lens down to a 60th of a second or even slower. It is one of those new technology advancements that actually works, not just a marketing scheme. A word now about quality. If you have the money, right here, this is where you want to spend your money on lenses. The pro-level lenses for Canon side of the street are referred to as L-glass and are designated by this little red ring at the top of the lens. The newest RF lenses from Canon are supposed to be excellent, but they only work on the mirrorless RF lens mount, so you can't use them on the older EF mounts like most of my camera bodies. You can save money getting entry-level lenses and mid-level lenses, so that's always something to consider. But remember, any lens you have on your camera at the time of your picture is a good lens. Don't get caught up in the trap of chasing L-glass. A word now about brands. If you're one of those brand guys and you have to, have name brands. I'm a Canon guy, obviously, but you can't go wrong if you're a Nikon shooter or a Sony shooter. You can also save money by buying the other brands like Sigma, Tamron, or Tokina. All have a decent rep, but I've owned none of them, so I can't speak to that personally. Now a short word about media or memory cards. That's how you store your important images into your camera. They come in 2 main sizes, a CF card here or an SD card here. Just look at your camera manual to see what type of card your camera needs to take. And the other important thing you need to know is the size. This will show you how much space there is to store your data. Here's an 8, here's a 16. All you want to know here is a bigger number is better. It'll hold more pictures. And the other important thing is the read-write speed. So you want a higher number so it can keep up with like a motor drive camera and it doesn't bog down. Brands, you just want a name brand. You want either a Lexar or a SanDisk, or I use Hoodman. You just don't want like Joe's brand or Harry's brand to store your important images. And that's about all you need to know about media. Okay, a little word about tripods. Like everything else in my photo life, I've got quite an assortment, as you can see here on the table and standing behind me, from baby all the way to Papa tripods, which goes to need. Do you need a tripod nowadays? You really don't. Cameras have high ISO. They also have image stabilization, so you don't really need it for general purpose photography. But if you're doing star astrophotography or product photography or food photography, then yeah, you do need a tripod. I use Gitso. You can use Gitso. All I say is don't get a really cheap tripod to put your $1,000 camera on. If you're wondering what this black stick is, this is a monopod. Basically, sports photographers use it to put big telephoto lenses on, and basically just helps take the weight off their shoulders. I sometimes use it holding it up to boom over a group because I'm too short. And that's about it. So that's the word on tripod. We are now going to move on to bags, belts, and harnesses. This is a subject that I think a lot of people don't spend too much time thinking about, but I think you should. I want to concentrate on these 3 items right here, which is my harness, my lens pouch belt, and my rolling case. This is a Think Tank. I love it. It's got wheels, which is the main reason I love it. It'll take a lot of strain off your body. This lens pouch is what you use for events, and whenever you can't carry a bag with you, you just wear it and it'll give you the ability to have multiple lenses right at your fingertips. And then this harness is great for the dual camera thing when you're shooting an event, because you can just zoom up and shoot, and you can zoom up and shoot with different cameras which have different lenses. You would think you'd be able to do it with just camera straps that you get when you buy the camera, but it really doesn't work. They always get snagged. Really quickly on these, they're just different sizes that you use for different applications. If you're going to the beach, you can't take a bag that rolls. This is a backpack that I use at the port because you got to climb up ladders and gangplanks. So they're just bags, but give it some thought because it does make a difference. And now we're going to move on to the lights. lights, camera action, but more specifically lights. So I'm going to show you some of the lights I have. So over here, this is a hard light. This is a lull. It's called a total light. It throws a big patch of light. Over here, this is a strobe light. It's a mono light. So it's all, the energy for the power pack is all in one unit. This over here is an LED. These are great. They're very cheap. They're very portable. You can change color temperature. I love these. I need to get more of these. This is old school. This is a Speedotron strobe unit. You got to connect it to a big box power pack, but they're powerful, so I use these in architecture to light up building exteriors. And this is just another version of a hard light, another lull. This is called an Omni, which is a little directional. But just to show you that you don't need to spend your money on all this stuff, you can get Home Depot lights and do a lot of stuff. So I encourage you, when you're starting, if you want to get into lighting, just go buy some cheap lights and start playing around. We are going to move on to light modifiers, so that's going to be next, so just hang on. Light modifiers are pieces of equipment that you use to modify the light, either by shaping it or changing the quality of the light. So on the lights that we had previously set up, we set up a box on here. It's called a soft box. They come in different sizes. This is a small one. You can also have a soft box that's thin. It's called a strip light. This is an umbrella, just like a rain umbrella. They also come in different sizes and they soften the light. This black frame here on the table, this is a flag. You use it to cut back some light. These are reflectors. They're essentially just cardboard. The white ones just bounce a bit of light into the subject. The gold one gives you a more specular highlight. This is just a portable one like you use in your car. You just flip it out, and then you could reflect light to wherever you want to fill in for your portrait or give that model the nice, clean highlight on her body. So that's about it for light modifiers. We're going to move on to grip equipment. So hang on, that's coming up next. Grip equipment is just what it sounds like. It's stuff that grips. So your hand is actually a grip equipment. These A-clamps are grip equipment. Even this gaffer's tape is grip equipment. So grip equipment is just so you can MacGyver whatever you need on set, that you need to put something that you can't get there. You start building this stuff. The C-stand is grip equipment, and guys that are really good at it, they can just make it do magic things. So just a quick story about when I was working at the convention center and they put me up on a ladder, and tripods don't go that high. I had to take these Bogan super clamps and configure a little tripod head at the top so I could take a nighttime shot. So right now when you're starting out, you really don't need grip equipment, but as you grow and build, you can add it to your kit. Next, we're going to go over to accessories. Accessories are just what it sounds like. It's little tidbits of gear that help you do little things. We can't go and explain every one, but just real quickly, this is a light meter. I'm about the only guy that uses light meters anymore. This is a battery pack. Just think of this as like a big AA battery. This is for shooting into the camera. This is for syncing your strobe to your camera. This is just a flash bracket that you put your strobe on so you could go vertical or horizontal. This is interesting. This is a Hoodman loop. So when you're shooting outside, you can put it on the LCD. And it helps you see, you know, knocks out the glare. And then this is my favorite thing. This is my bat cape, which I made myself. And all you do is you wear it, and then when you're outside and you want to look at your screen, you just flip it over your head, and then I can see the LCD clearly, and then I can make whatever adjustments I want, and then I get to pretend I'm a superhero, so it's all good. Well, that's about it, except for your photo assignment, which is research your next desired piece of gear and give me your first and your second choice on that desired piece of equipment and the pros and cons of each. If you go ahead and purchase, tell me what tipped the scales for that choice. Thanks a lot for participating and watching, and I hope you gained some tidbit of info from my presentation. Whether you're going on to shoot professionally or recreationally, I wish you much luck and mucho fun. Oh, and they also asked me to show my favorite image from 2020. So here's an image that always makes me smile from my trip to Storm Area 51. It was back in 2019, but what the hey. Thanks a lot and have a great photo day.